All right, y'all, it is Saturday, March the 22nd, and isn't it interesting that they're already trying to figure out how to follow us? I thought we were the problem. So quick question. If we have all the crime, all the drugs, all the ray-rayness, all the hate, if everything wrong is because of us and we're the problem and we collectively say, that's fine, we're going to go over there, y'all leave us alone, you leave us alone. Why is the first thought that pops into your head, well, now we got to figure out how to infiltrate their town? If we're so horrible and you can't stand looking at us, y'all are in the comments right now saying, hey, we would work if we didn't have to look at you. So we said, okay, we're going over there. And now you're like, oh shit. Well, how do we get in? How do we follow them? How do we follow them wherever they go? Why is that your concern? If we're all the bad things, why do you want to follow us? Why don't you want to enjoy your all what utopia? Notice you have no personality of your own. Nothing to offer society. Absolutely nothing. Remember that dude who's walking around in the frozen water costume? I'm not going to say the word because these people are so insecure. They're scanning the internet looking for mentions of the names of their departments or their god kings so that they can penalize people who say anything. So I'm not going to say the word, but you know, frozen water. The dude who put on the frozen water costume and went walking around the Mexican side of town just because it's funny. It's funny to do it. They have nothing. They have nothing to offer society. Their entire personalities are bothering the people that they don't like, and that's it. That's all they got, while thinking they're superior at the same time. If we're all so horrible, how come you want to infiltrate our town? Go enjoy Whiteville. Go. Bye. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye. And remember, if they were to bring it back, that includes stuff like not playing that colored music, not doing those black dances, okay? Not eating that black food. All the stuff, you have to go back to pure sameness. You going all the way back to green bean casserole with no salt and nothing but mayonnaise and unseasoned onions. Knock yourself out. That's the real reason they're like, we got to figure out how to infiltrate their town. They're going to try to make fun of us while stealing our food. Look at all this color over here. I bet it's crime ridden. Get me some tacos. Get me a burrito. Yeah. Look at them all over here. Grab me one of them fried chickens. Yeah, they're all over here where they belong. What else do they got? What else do they got over here? Is that sweet potato pie? I love sweet potato pie. Okay, so now that I got that out, we have to have a talk, y'all. We have to have a talk, and this one is very specifically for the friends of color. I don't know who's calling me. They can go away right now. The discussion of the organized, institutionalized steeple peopleness and how y'all need to let this go. I need you to understand because I grew up with it. So I come from a family where I have family members telling me that finding jibas was the good part of slavery. That's what makes it all worth it. That was the silver lining to slavery, was they found jibas. And I need y'all to shake loose of that because they use that as a mental chain for you. And the fact that you're still repeating it shows that they worked, shows that their tactic was right. The fact that you are defending something that already actively worked against you and you now believe in it and defend it shows that it worked. Let me tell you, put your thinking caps on. Put your thinking caps on. They brought you over here and they told you to stop, I don't want to say worshiping, but just stop your spiritual practices that connect you to your ancestors, your roots, your blood, the entities. If you believe in a spiritual world, who is most likely to listen to you and help you? That is why most of our tribal religions and faiths and beliefs involve staying connected to the ancestors because that makes sense. The people connected to you by blood would be the spiritual folks helping you out since they have a vested interest, okay? That is logical. A bunch of people packed you on a ship like a crate of tomatoes, brought you over here and said, don't you pray to your ancestors anymore. Don't pray to your blood. Why are you doing that? No. You need to pray to the deity that we believe in. Our deity, the one that told us that we can use you as human equipment and breed you and eat you and literally treat you like livestock. That deity is the one you need to pray to too. Okay? Because guess what? If you're good enough, long enough, when you die, you get to go and share our white heaven, where over there you'll be equal. Or maybe not. We're not sure how that figures out. But look, all you got to do is believe in our white deity deity, not your ancestors, okay? And let us treat you like shit. And then when you die, maybe you get to be in the colors only section of our heaven. How does that sound? Like, a couple hundred years later, a lot of y'all are still going with it. And I don't understand it. I do not understand it. I don't. So I'm not going to question anyone's faith or beliefs. It's up to you if you want to choose to opt into something. I'm just saying it does not make sense to align yourself with an ideology that told you you are less than a human. The same ideology that brought you here as equipment because that was their divine right to do so. You understand what I'm saying? This thing where they take it and they say this word is absolute, and then everyone tweaks it. Every person who looks like this, who's following that book, has tweaked out the parts that they don't like, okay? And all of these people are hyping up the parts that they like, especially the things where they believe it's telling them that they have rights to own people or to own women or to own children, or, that's what they're focused on, okay? So I don't know how else to break it down. I don't know how to get people to let this go. I understand wanting something to believe in. I understand wanting something to pray to and to have faith in when times are hard, and something that inspires you to be a better person. Why do you need a deity that believes in wiping out children to be the thing that you believe in to protect you? Why do you think that this deity that shares nothing with you at all, no ancestry, no history, and I know we can get into, of course, he wasn't actually, he's not American. We know. Jeebus is not 7 foot with a swimmer's build, blonde hair, blue eyes. We know that. But still, point is, that's the one that they're giving you. Okay, they're not giving you African Jeebus. They're not giving you even authentico Middle Eastern Jeebus. They are giving you Texan Jeebus and telling you that that's the dude that you need to worship. He's looking out for you after declaring you property. He's looking out for your soul. You're less than human, but he cares about your soul. Don't pray to your ancestors. Don't connect with your blood and your roots and your history. They don't have your back. No. Our deity has your back. And let me take it a step further. Why do you think they wanted you to give up your ancestral privileges and rights for something that is not connected to you at all? Could it be the spiritual power behind what you have actually been connected to might have a little more weight than their corporate jibas that they use, okay? This thing that they use as a vehicle for everything horrible. Like I keep saying, these people have filer insurance. They diddle so much that they created an insurance industry for it that only they have, okay? And then they're running around calling everyone else groomers and ediphiles and all these things when it's them. It is them. Their passes are getting arrested for soliciting and trafficking. And each time it's a one-time offense. The former White House advisor arrested, same thing, not a bleep from the pious. You want to know why? Because that is their culture. Their culture is doing bad things. Their culture is owning people, whether it's women, children, persons of color. That is their culture. Their culture is we are horrible and it's okay because the deity said it's all right. The deity says we're better, and they don't read the book anymore. So don't come in here and argue about, well, that's not what it says. That's not what real steeple people are. This isn't the real faith. I don't want to hear any of that. Okay, because like I said before, it's not up to us to differentiate real from fake and who's good and who's bad. That's that community over there. Y'all have to deal with it. And generally speaking, the folks talking about, I just want to be a good person, are kind of outnumbered by the folks who are saying this gives us free reign to be hateful and cruel to everyone. And I just want someone to explain to me why my people are still trying to prioritize a faith that was not made for them, does not speak to them, does not connect to them, and they refuse to let it go. They refuse to let it go. I don't know how to break that spell. I do not know how to break that spell.